Hi, I'm Eric,
And I'm Melissa.
and we are Tilted K Homestead.
We are.
We are here at our camper. Our homestead is in northern Arkansas.
Yes.
This video is going to be we just wanted to sit down and chat with you guys. And it's not really an update, just a chat.
Yeah. Just some of the things that we have going on.
Yeah, and things that we got coming up. I guess it's an update, but it's not, hopefully it doesn't feel like an update.
Yeah.
So if you are a subscriber, we'd really like to thank you for that. And if you're not a subscriber, please, you can there's a little icon right down over there. It's got our logo. If you click on that, it will allow you to subscribe. Please hit the subscribe, and there's a subscribe down in the show notes. You can hit that as well.
It does help us out a lot.
It really does. And from talking to other people, there's no cost to subscribe to our channel.
Nope.
We are not going to send you emails. You don't have to give out any personal information. We're not going to be coming at you with sales or marketing. It just tells YouTube that you're interested in our channel, and it also tells YouTube that we have people who are engaged with our channel. And frankly, we are doing YouTube
Yes.
because we enjoy it, and it will be a way for us to communicate with family and friends back here in New England when we are down on our homestead in northern Arkansas. But also, we are hoping that we can monetize our channel. Now, that doesn't cost you as subscribers anything. The commercials that you see on YouTube, and you'll see them, I think they play in the beginning of some of our videos and stuff. We don't get anything for that. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we can monetize our channel, and we will get, I think it's like a penny per view per commercial. So we're kind of hoping that YouTube will add to our income at the homestead.
Give us a little extra.
Yeah, I'm not looking to get rich. I don't think I'm going to get rich. I don't think I'm that interesting, really. So hit that subscribe button. That's really helpful. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. And another thing that we've got going on, it's what, 4 weeks? 4 weeks. 4
Yes.
weeks from now, we will be back down in Arkansas. The last time we were in Arkansas was in late February.
Yep.
I'll leave a link to those videos up there, or up there. Or
One of those places.
You'll see them, it'll pop up. To mark out the amount of our land that we want cleared for the homestead and make contacts to get the infrastructure. Land clearing, septic, power, water, all those things up and going so that we can get down there.
Yeah. But in the 4 weeks, when we go down to Arkansas, that's when we're actually going to have the company clearing our 2 acres.
That's right.
Yes.
We have secured a contractor, Lawrence Tree and Excavating, in northern Arkansas, and they are going to be doing the job for us, and they are going to drop 2 acres worth of timber, clear 2 acres down to pasture for us, and stump that timber and top that timber, stack all the good logs, and that is what I'm going to use to build our house. I'm going to be getting a sawmill, milling that up myself, and building our house ourselves. So that will be coming up once we get down to the homestead.
Yeah.
Full time to live. So at the same time, we're going to get there's no reason why the water can't get installed.
No, we're going to contact the water companies so that they can come in and put the lines in so that when we actually move down there, we'll have water.
That's right.
Same thing with the electric.
Yeah, the guy from the electric company said he's going to come out once we get the land cleared, and he will take a look at where we're going to put the house. And how they need to get the power to us. They will run almost 1,300 feet for free, and we do have power lines running parallel across the front of our property. So, like in from the street, actually on our property, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna hopefully get somebody secured for the septic job.
Yes.
And we don't need to be there for them to install the septic as long as they know where it is. But we're having our perk test while
Yep.
we're down there.
We're gonna do all of that.
There-
We're
there's-
gonna mark out where our house is supposed to go so that we'll be able to figure out where.
The telephone pole's gonna go,
yeah.
the septic's gonna go. They'll only run water in about 30 feet from the
off
road.
the road, yeah.
And put a connection box, and then it's my responsibility to run it the rest of the way to the house or wherever on the farm, homestead that we want it to go,
Yeah.
which is not a problem. I have
No.
no problem doing that.
No.
So that's coming up very soon, excuse me. We are kind of doing this sit down because next weekend we have a family reunion
Yes, we do.
that we're going to be going to for the weekend. We're actually tent camping.
Yeah.
Usually
Gonna go back to a tent.
going back to a tent. Usually we would bring our camper in the past, but because our camper is here on the seasonal and we have this deck that you see, we don't move the camper from here, and it won't be
No.
moved from here until next year. We're gonna pull it out.
2023.
No, we pull it out of here at the end of next summer.
Oh yes, that's
And
right.
we take it to our cabin at the summer camp for kids
So yes.
and store it there until we go down spring of 2023. We're thinking late February, so we can get a jump on the growing season. But if you're following along, we'll keep you updated all the way through.
Yeah, and we'll also leave links to the land clearing, like you said.
That's right.
What else?
The septic company that we decide.
Yeah,
We'll leave
so-
links and tell you about all of those. But when we go down, we're going down for 2 weeks this trip.
Yep.
And Tom from Lawrence, Tom Lawrence is knows that we do the YouTube channel, and he's okay with that. And
Yeah,
so we
he's-
will be filming a lot of the land clearing, the process that's going on,
Mhm.
all the things that we're going to be doing
Yep.
down there. Miss Judy's cabin, I have a link to her cabin. I'll leave that
Yep.
somewhere too. That's where we stayed last time. Miss Judy is awesome.
Yeah, she is.
She's-
And her cabin is awesome
Her
too.
cabin is super awesome, and it's. I'm just so thankful that we got that.
Because it has everything.
It has everything. It's cute. They'll let us have our dogs there.
Yeah. That was big.
And it's super inexpensive. If you are going to northeastern Arkansas for any reason, you can find Miss Judy's cabin on Airbnb.
Yeah.
And I will try, I'm not guarantee, I will try to find a link to that and see if I can paste it down below. But we will show you Miss Judy's cabin again
Yeah.
when we go down this time. Because last time when we went down in February,
Yeah, we had that freak storm. It snowed and snowed the whole time we were down there.
it was crazy.
awful.
We left lower New England in February thinking, oh, we're going to Arkansas. This is going
It's
to
gonna be much warmer.
it's going to be fantastic. And lo and behold, thank God we brought all our winter gear. They got, a foot of snow the first day,
Yeah.
and then 2 days later got another 8 or 9 inches of snow.
Yeah.
And that was, if you remember, they had that record, sub-zero temperatures. And we got a lot done on the land, but we didn't get as much done as we were hoping because the
It
people
was
down there,
buried in snow though.
it was buried
Yeah.
in snow, but we're okay with being in the snow.
Yeah.
We're from New England. The people down in Arkansas, and it's of no fault of their own, they don't get snow like we do. They don't
No.
drive in snow. There's no city plows.
No,
They-
the roads weren't cleared for days.
For days, like when it snowed like that, everything shut down. I actually had to go before we returned home and get a COVID test to return to work and make sure I was clear to work, and I had to do that down there. And I had an appointment at the state county board of health.
The clinic.
It was the Board of Health, actually, the Board of Health's office. And I drove all the way out there that day, and no one ever showed up they just don't go out in that kind of weather. They don't have plows. People were plowing the road with farm tractors. There were people with big hay bales in the backs of their truck for traction. And God bless them for that. I mean, they were getting it done, but...
Yeah, thank goodness we actually had some people that were willing to come out in the snow.
Yeah, and Tom was one of them, and that goes a big way for me. And that's a big part of why he got this job. But a lot of people just would not even venture out, so... it was no problem for us. I drive in that kind of weather all winter long. So we do have some projects that we took care of.
We did. We took care of a project that will help us down when we get down to the homestead. In our camper, we had bunk beds, and we decided to take those bunk beds out and put in shelving so that I could have a pantry, which it makes life so much easier. I know we took a quick video of that, so we'll show you that.
Yeah, we can show you that right now, and we'll come back at the end of that.
Yeah.
Right, so this is that project we were just telling you about. So this here used to be a bunk and a bunk for the kids, and what we did is, if Missy comes in here, we reinforced the floor. We blocked off the door over there that's going to get insulated, and we kept our power outlet. And then we put in 4 shelves so that Missy has a pantry in here. And when we have our canned goods, we'll be able to take this, slide it over, and keep the sun off them, and keep everything kind of in the dark. So that's one of the projects we've done. Okay.
All right, guys, so what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad quality, but it's not the best.
No, but it gives us extra storage area, because let's face it, living in a 30-foot camper with no bump outs, even though it's just the 2 of us and the 2 dogs, it gets pretty tight. So we needed some extra storage, and we weren't really using the bunks.
No, they were a catch-all. And in the homesteading tradition, with the exception of that new flooring that I put down, all the shelving came from the framing of the bunks and the platforms that the bunks.
We recycled
We recycled all of it. I bought 1 sheet of plywood, and that gave us the floor and the front rails. All the rest of it we got from recycling the bunk material. So that was really nice. One of the things that we do have coming up, and hopefully I can get a hold of her pretty soon, is the historian up at Waters Farm. That's where the reenactors encampment was. I'm gonna get with her hopefully next week, and we are going to talk a little bit about homesteading in America, what it was like to be a homesteader up at Waters Farm. If you don't know, I'll leave a link to Waters Farm website down in the show notes, but it is a original American homestead settled in 1757. That's been in their family for generations and generations and generations until I think don't quote me, I will find out the right number, but I think the 1970s, Dorothea, the last survivor, bequeathed the land to the town of Sutton where it is for stewardship. So it's now owned by the town, but it's kept as a historical preserve by the association that runs it and takes care of it. And it's a really cool place. We go there all the time.
And they do a lot there.
They do a lot there, and we take the dogs there all the time and let them run around. In fact, we were just up there this weekend. Release the hounds! think they're cows. All right, watch out, guys. Whoa. Whoa. So that's a pretty big place. They had
Yeah.
like a volunteer cleanup crew
They
or
did
something
have a
going
cleanup
on there
crew
that
going
day.
on that day.
Yeah.
But our dogs really love the field and just running around.
They do, and we wanted to let those people do what they were doing, so we went up to the field where you just saw and let them run around. Usually we go down to the lower half.
Yeah.
So that's some of the things that we have going on here.
Mm-hmm.
So the summer is about halfway over.
Oh yes, and
And-
our summer has been so rainy. I don't know about everywhere else because we really haven't been paying too much attention, but I know that we watch a channel out in Texas and they got a lot of rain this year too.
Yes, I'll get a link and I'll post a link up
But
there.
we have gotten so much rain this entire week that we have not had to water our community garden once.
No, and we went to the community garden, what, yesterday?
Yes.
We had a torrential rainfall that dropped like 4 inches of rain
It was
on
because of Tropical
Elsa on Friday. So we went up to the community garden and we checked it out, and everything was doing okay, but it was really wet.
Yeah.
We can show you a little bit of that. So the garden's doing all right. You can see there's a few places like the pea pods down low.
Yeah, for some reason our pea pods at the top of our garden, because our garden is on a slope, so at the top they seem to have grown really good, but down at the bottom,
They're stunted.
they're not as tall and they're not climbing the trellises as well, but they're still producing.
Yeah,
I actually got, what, a
third harvest,
third harvest
off of them.
out of those.
Yeah, I mean, they're growing. Everything's growing. I just get the feeling that everything kind of has a little bit of stunted growth, and I think it's because of the rain, because there's plenty of sunshine there.
Yeah,
And-
well, it gets plenty of sunshine when the sun's out.
When the sun's out, that's right. The sun has got to be out for it to get plenty
But
of sunshine.
that's what we're waiting for. And even today, like we saw the sun maybe a couple hours, but
yeah.
it's been cloudy all day.
But that was a couple hours of 10-minute increments of the sun. It didn't get shiny for 2 hours.
No.
So a friend of ours, the neighbor who's got the next plot, he has a drone, and he was at the community garden with his drone and shot an aerial shot of our garden, Ed Coates, and he gave that to us and told us we could use it on the channel, so we're going to show you that now too.
All right, so doesn't that look cool? The aerial shot, he said it looked like a flag, and when we actually looked at it, the way that we have our garden set up from the air, it does look like a flag.
It kind of does.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. And thank you again,
Yeah,
Ed,
yes, thanks,
for
Ed,
giving
that.
us
That was really
that
cool.
shot, because that was nice.
Yeah, that was really nice of you. We really appreciate it. So there's a lot coming up. Be patient, guys. Certainly, if you have any questions for us, please leave them down in the
Or
comments.
comments.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. We'd like to know what you think. If you have any questions about our homestead, our journey, why we're doing it this way. A lot of people have said to me, oh my God, well, why don't you just jump in your camper and go down there? Well, first of all, it's all timbered forest. There's no place to put the camper. And second of all, we are staying up here in an attempt to save as much money as we can. We don't have a house that we're selling
No.
to get a big chunk of money to finance our homestead. We sold our house almost 5 years ago
Yep.
when Missy gave a kidney to her oldest daughter. And so there's no selling a house money like a lot of people would do. Now we're pretty much almost out of debt. I still have some payments on my truck, but by the time we go down there, those will be gone.
Yeah.
Your
They'll be
car
paid off.
is paid off. So we live relatively debt free, and we are putting a
Yeah.
big chunk every single week away.
And we're doing it one step at a time so that by the time we're ready to move down to the homestead, all of our infrastructure will be in,
That's right.
and we will be able to go down there and actually start our homestead that way.
Start our homestead, get a
Yeah.
garden in, get all
Yeah.
that started, get some chickens, maybe some
Yeah,
rabbits,
some livestock. Yeah.
and then start building the house. But if we are going to try and do all of that, we're not going down there looking for jobs.
No.
We need to be all hands on deck on the homestead, working on the homestead 10, 12 hours a day, every single day of the week, so that we can get it up and running, because we'll be living in our camper, and I want to get the house built
yeah.
in the first year
Yeah. For
so
the
that we're
first
living
year-
in the house. And let's face it, folks, I'm not a young guy anymore. I mean, I feel fine. I'm pretty healthy. My doctor says I'm fine, says Missy's fine. But I'm in my
Mosquitoes.
late 50s. And we decided that this was something that we wanted to
Yeah.
do.
Even though we're older, we're pretty confident.
Yeah, we're still young enough we can do this. If
That-
we waited till we were in our 60s, there's no way we would have been able to take this
No.
on. We would have had to get a homestead
But we're
with
ready.
a home.
We're ready.
Yeah, we're
to-
ready.
to start a whole new chapter in our life and continue on with this journey.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep. This is going to be the best part of our lives.
Yeah.
I really believe that. All right, guys. So listen, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. That helps the algorithm with YouTube, so that they will show our videos more. And hit that bell. If you want to get notified when we have a video come out, you just hit that bell, and you'll get a little icon on your screen that says we've got a video coming out. All right.
Yeah, and if you're really enjoying our videos, please share them on all your social media. It really helps us out a lot. And don't forget, we are looking forward to any kind of comments or questions
That's right.
that you have, whether it be about us, about our future homestead.
Maybe you have
Anything,
questions. Maybe
yeah.
they have questions about Rocco and Bailey.
Yeah,
They're big.
Anything.
They're big stars on our channel. So, thanks a lot, guys. We'll
right.
see you later.
have a good one.
Bye bye.
Bye.